Jan Crawford is with us in the studio, along with our chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation, Bob Schieffer. How great it is to have you here on the set.
Well, it's great to be here.
Let me start with Newt and this victory in South Carolina. What's the contest, the battle, each at each other's throat going to be like in Florida?
It's going to be the same. I mean, South Carolina really set the table for what this primary fight is going to be all about. And I think Newt Gingrich will do very well in Florida. If I were the Romney camp, I'd be concerned about some of these polls we're seeing and also what the voters are saying. They like the message they're hearing from Newt Gingrich, which is Washington is broken, the liberal media is biased, and President Obama is a disaster. And when he talks, people listen to that. He says it with such forcefulness and conviction. He's really saying what they want to hear, and they're responding in that ballot box.
What do you think, Bob?
Well, exactly. I mean, Newt Gingrich has found a way to reach people in the Republican Party, and not necessarily the people at the top of the income bracket, not just the rich people. He's talking the talk that the people down the line, some of those blue-collar kind of Republicans. And Mitt Romney just hasn't found a way to connect with those people yet.
And will the release of his tax returns do what?
Well, I mean, don't forget they're releasing them on Tuesday, which, of course, is the night that the president's going to make the State of the Union address. So my guess is that they thought this would be a place where you could kind of slip them in there and maybe nobody would notice it much. Of course, they will.
Are we witnessing the coalitions behind Gingrich among the conservatives?
Yes.
So Santorum is less of a factor now?
Well, Santorum is a fighter.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere because he thinks he's the only true social conservative. He's been offended by the revelations from Gingrich's second ex-wife that he had asked for an open marriage. So he's not going anywhere. But the establishment, the anti-establishment, I think really is getting behind Gingrich in a big way.
So what's the strategy then for Romney from here on out? Because it seems that a lot of the baggage Gingrich came with has already been factored in.
Well, I mean, somehow or another, he's got to come off this, sort of staying behind and making, he's trying to do what all front runners usually try to do, keep things totally under his control, make speeches, run television ads. But he's going to come out, it seems to me like. And I think the Romney people are rethinking that. I think the best thing he could do would be to accept my invitation.
That's just what I was going to say.
To debate Newt Gingrich.
That's a fantastic idea.
To debate Newt Gingrich next Sunday on Face the Nation. I mean, I think that's...
For the full hour.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think that Romney will be prepared to debate Gingrich, and does he have to?
I think he is going to have to somewhere down the line. I mean, there are 2 debates this week coming up during the week, and, I don't know what he will do come Sunday, but Gingrich is he's just run over him here. Gingrich won South Carolina. Romney didn't lose it. Gingrich won it by his debate performance.
There is this question that hangs over the GOP primary race. Will the establishment at some point say we cannot afford to have Newt Gingrich at the top of the ticket and do something, whatever something is?
Well, who cares if you're a voter? The establishment is not going to dictate what the voters do. And the voters, they've been hearing that message from the establishment, but the voters aren't listening. They're fed up with the establishment, too.
The other part is, who is the Republican establishment now?
Yeah.
This party has moved to the right. It's not the party of Mitt Romney's father.
And isn't that part of the problem? There's one article I read this morning, and they talked about the attraction of Newt Gingrich is that he's channeled the frustration of so many in the Republican Party who don't feel that it relates to them.
Yeah, and the other part is Newt Gingrich has become a great story. I mean, he's one up on Lazarus, who you only rose from the dead once.
So he's twice already, maybe 3.
And that feeds on itself, and it causes people, what's this guy doing? What's this all about? I mean, and that's what Romney's up against now. But he's going to load up. He's going to load up the television with a lot of negative ads, just like he dumped on Newt Gingrich.
Will Gingrich get more money now? Now that he's won, and the conservatives
and he's already picking up money. He's picking up some of those donors from Rick Perry, and if people see that he could actually win this thing, that's going to really continue to feel that momentum.
The thing that should scare Romney is he hasn't needed much money. I mean, he's made it basically on a smile and a shoe shine up until now.
And
these debates. So, yeah, he's going to get more money, but he hadn't needed more money so far.
Boy, this is
great to see
This is the greatest thing going for you two right now. I know you're loving every minute of this.
No,
and Bob,
us four.
It's true. Bob, let us know when Mitt Romney gets back to you.
All right.
All right.